The man discovered that his wife was teasing him while at work. She sent him a mysteriously flirtatious emoji. At that moment, he completely lost focus on his work. He sneaked off to the side, holding his phone and laughing to himself. He couldn't stop mumbling to himself, "Am I really that charming?" But little did he know, it was simply the result of his wife accidentally touching her phone. Shiju suddenly remembered that messages can be unsent, but unfortunately, the time to unsend had already passed. Just then, her husband's message came back. Shiju was so startled that she dropped her phone. Shyly, she turned her head away. In that moment, they looked like a couple freshly fallen in love. At lunch, an employee said, "This is a restaurant I picked specially according to your taste. You will not be disappointed after trying it." But Bai Xian couldn't focus on his employee's words, because he noticed that his message hadn't been replied to by his wife. He felt as though there were 1,000 ants crawling in his heart. Under the employee's urging, Bai Xian forked a piece of chicken and put it in his mouth. But at that moment, he suddenly realized, could it be that his way of speaking was the reason his wife didn't reply? Hearing a sound, Bai Xian quickly grabbed his phone. When he saw that his wife had replied to his message, his mouth immediately stretched into a wide grin. At this point, Bai Xian asked his employees, what would be an appropriate gift for a new employee? Assistant Park said, as a leader, you should give the new employee a formal outfit. Hearing this, Bai Xian felt something wasn't right, but when he thought about how he had never taken his wife shopping, and had never helped her pick out clothes, he decided to take Assistant Park's suggestion. He sent the address of a luxury store to his wife. That evening, after helping Shiju pick out work clothes, Bai Xian wanted to pick her out a long dress, but Shiju refused, saying she wasn't worthy of such a fancy dress. Walking out of the store, Bai Xian seemed a bit down. He sulkily stopped Shiju, saying, if that's the case, how about this black one? Shiju turned her head toward the store window. A simple yet elegant black dress caught her eye. Shiju just took one look, and knew she could pull off the black dress. Sure enough, when she stepped out of the fitting room in the dress, her husband was left stunned by her beauty. Amazed by his wife's beauty, Bai Xian walked up to her, and said the words he had buried in his heart for over 20 years. Underestimating oneself is a bad habit. As they gazed at each other with intense eyes, a familiar figure appeared outside the window. It was the eldest daughter of the Hong family, secretly returning from abroad. When she saw how happy the couple looked, a strange feeling suddenly welled up in her heart. After shopping, Shiju decided to treat her husband to a meal, and also celebrate her successful appointment as the president's sign language interpreter. But just as she was texting her husband to ask what he wanted to eat, she suddenly received a congratulatory message from a college senior. Seeing that his wife received a message, Bai Xian's curiosity was piqued. He slyly leaned over to peek. Shiju saw that her senior wanted to treat her to a meal to celebrate. She planned to politely decline the offer. But when Bai Xian saw the message, he reacted like a provoked lion, and immediately instructed his wife to reply, I'll be there soon, but only if you take me along. So Bai Xian followed Shiju to the dinner. But unexpectedly, during the meal, a comment from a female host, Yuli, instantly made Bai Xian feel like something had been added above his head. Did you two have something going on back in college?